Hey guys, how you going? It's Nathan here from FVR Contracting. Today I just wanted to do a real quick video on the Oceania Precision SP15. That's what I've got here in front of me. I just ordered one of these for work because I really like the AR platform, and I've had a good run with previous Oceania Precision rifles, and essentially I just need another AR style platform in 223. And I've had put a couple of posts on social media there, and I've had heaps of questions about these. Which I assume is probably a little bit to do with some of the issues that have been getting around on the internet. So I'm not going to go into heaps of technical detail, but I'll talk through a few things and then we'll shoot it and pretty much wrap it up there. So no edits or anything like that. So this particular rifle, as I said, 16-inch barrel. It's got the Swan stainless barrel on this model. Aero Precision fore-end, and then a pretty standard AR sort of blueprint. Although one key difference between these and a traditional AR platform is the back end. You can't convert these to to being semi-automatic at all. It's not possible. So they're as per you can see here, they're a bolt action category B rifle. So they have got a spring in the buffer, but honestly that doesn't really speed things up a great deal. It's quite fast as you ride it with your hand. So couple of things I really like about it. It's very, very light. I don't know what the exact weight is, but even with this Vortex PST Gen 2 optic on it, it's very light, very pointable, very ergonomic. So really, really pleasing in that respect. The build quality on it is really good. No doubt about that at all. Can't see any burrs, machining marks, any faults with any of how that's put together. Really nice, and you can see it's got a threaded muzzle up here as well. So if you want to put a muzzle brake on it, you can, or if you're in a state, unlike Queensland, that allows suppressors, you could put a suppressor on this as well, which is good. In terms of the furniture, it's got the CTR furniture, so you can obviously pull it in, pull it out. That's not my preference. It's really easy to change. I like the MOE stuff that's got the rubber grip, and then the lock-in on the buttstock. And look, they could put those on these rifles straight up, but given how customizable these are, and pretty much the whole point of the AR platform is that you can customize to whatever you want, there's probably not a lot of point in putting on something there that people are going to change anyway, so to suit their preference. So that's quite interesting. On the other side here, you can see there is this little bolt release there, and you've got a standard AR style safety. The trigger on these is excellent. So it's an Oceania Precision trigger that's made by those guys, and it's very, very light. So it's single stage, very crisp, surprises you when it goes. Yeah, that's pretty much how that rolls. So I haven't had any issues with this rifle. All I've done with it thus far, when I first got it, I just put a mag of whatever 223 I had on hand through it, and that included 50 grain ballistic tips, 52 grain hollow points, the big wide nose Federals, some 55 grain softs, some 64 grain softs, and then I put some 75 grain taps through it as well, all factory ammo. I've had no issues with this rifle feeding or firing at any point, so that's really good. I haven't really stretched its legs to test it for accuracy at this stage. As I said, I've got the PST Gen 2 on it at the moment. It's only a 1:6 optic, and to be honest, it's only on there so I could have a shot of it and have a rough idea where the rounds are going. I'm going to be putting thermal on this fairly shortly for feral predator control work, so I'm not really going to be using day optics at all. But certainly downrange over to my left here, I have been slapping the 100-metre gong with monotonous regularity with this rifle. Let's put another 30 rounds through it then, just to sort of plink and get a bit of a feel for how it all operates. So I've used ARs fairly extensively, and it feels like an AR. It's a little bit lighter than some of the other ARs I've used, which is a good thing, which is no doubt because it doesn't have the additional weight of the gas tube on the top or the extra bits on the bolt, which is really good. But yeah, so far I really like this rifle. It's nice. Moving forward, I probably will replace the pistol grip on it. Probably will replace the buttstock, but for the sake of a couple of $100, that's not really much of a drama. So they do run standard AR style magazines. When you buy the rifle, you get one of these little 10-round PMags that comes with it. And I've just got some miscellaneous ammo in there at the moment. It's all 223 factory soft point stuff, 55 grainers, etc. But we'll put a few rounds through it now just to sort of highlight how the action goes. Not going to be doing anything special from an aiming point of view or grouping or anything like that. I'm just going to shoot at a couple of targets I've got downrange here, and we'll see how that goes. So as you can see there, that's 10 rounds through it. Barrel's a little bit warm. She was pretty warm still before I started that. So I've been putting a little bit of ammunition through this rifle. It's got a great little feature too. The bolt locks back on an empty mag. So if you've got a couple of these 10 round mags, and you can whack one in and then just let it go, and it's right to go again. So yeah, look, I found this rifle to be pretty reliable. I haven't been able to make anything misleading it. And some people may be skeptical based on what they've seen on the internet. As I say, this is a brand new rifle that I bought off the barn down in Oakey. It hasn't come from the dealer. Nothing special's been, as in Oceania Precision, nothing special's been done to it. It's just the stock rifle as if you buy one, as it will turn up. So it is what it is. They do a couple of different models of these, so you can get these little SP15s in 350 Legend. You can also get them in 300 Blackout. I'm not a fan of the Blackout, but I definitely like the 223 one. And having now shot this one and sort of seen how it's gone, both on targets in terms of form and function, yeah, I quite like this little rifle, so I might have a bit of a look in 350 Legend as well. Price wise, from dealers now, I think they come in around somewhere between 38, 3900 or thereabouts, depending on who your dealer is. But yeah, so they are a little bit expensive, but it is what it is, and they're a quality Australian product. And look, no secret at all, I'm a big fan of all the Australian firearms manufacturers that are out there. And you know, if we want to still have an industry in 15, 20 years time, and you want to see your kids out there shooting and using Australian firearms, then you know, it's time to dig into your pockets a little bit and support the Australian manufacturers, whoever they may be. You know, whether that's Warwick, Wedgetail, Oceania, Lithgow, any of those guys, or any of the startups that are about the place. So yeah, that is definitely cannot be understated. You know, one of the best things about this rifle is it's Australian built. Anyway, that's about it from a talk through on this particular rifle. I'm certainly going to be using it on my next work contract, which is a little bit of wild dog control. So yeah, happy enough with the accuracy here. And as I said, I've just engaged that 6-inch gong at 100 metres off the bench before. Only put 3 rounds into it once I had it zeroed, and you know, they were inside 1 inch, you know, off the just the front rest on the bench. So look, for my purposes, I can't see any requirement for more accuracy than that. That's plenty accurate, and it matches all of my other 223 bolt guns and previous ARs that I've had. You know, it's certainly accurate. Anyway, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Happy to go into some of the tech specs on it if anyone's really interested, but you can look that stuff up. And I'm sure there's plenty out there. So thanks for watching, and as I said, hit me up if you want any detail. Cheers, bye.